The Rays are loving life on the road, winning 4 straight on this current 11-game trip. And tonight, Tampa Bay sends lefty Blake Snell to the hill in Game 2 versus Mike Trout and the Angels. Late night with the Rays from SoCal starts now. We welcome you to Southern California, land of sun, sand, and surfboards. Game 2 of this 4-game series between the Rays and the Los Angeles Angels. Hi again, everyone, and welcome to an evening of Rays baseball with Brian Anderson, Dwayne Stats. Great to have you aboard. Rays winners last night have a winning road trip so far as they move into this one. And they have a guy in that DH slot, C.J. Cron, back in front of the Los Angeles fans here with a little something to prove, and he was off to a good start last night.
He single-handedly really won the game. He hit the home run to give the Rays the lead that they would not relinquish, and he continues to swing the bat very, very well. Has the ridiculously long on-base streak still going, and that includes a current 10-game hitting streak, and he's getting it done big. 4 home runs, a couple of doubles. He's driven in 7, that average approaching 400, and it seems to be 2 hits a night. 7 out of the 10 games during this streak, he's had multiple hit efforts.
Well, if he was motivated coming in, you would think that tonight's starting pitcher, Blake Snell, coming off his outing in Baltimore, will have plenty of motivation tonight. If you look back over his last 7 starts, he has been excellent.
Yeah, that's just a blip, and he absolutely will rebound tonight and go out there and throw the ball very, very well and have a good outing. But you're right, Dwayne, the last 7 starts, can't argue with what he's been able to do. The record 4-2, ERA 2.72. He's got a 4-to-1 ratio, strikeouts to walks, so he's been efficient. And the thing about him, what really leads to a lot of his success, is how is he going to get you out? He's got so many weapons to retire hitters. Is it the fastball, slider, curve, or change? I guess in a few minutes we'll find out.
Always fun to watch the tall lefty out there, Blake Snell for the Rays. Nick Tropiano, who's made 5 starts this year, coming back from Tommy John surgery, will be on the mound for the Angels. He carries with him a record of 1-2 and a 3.64 ERA. Late night with the Rays continues. We'll be hearing from Michelle Margot throughout the evening, including when we come back.
Angels. Well, we are at it again with some late night baseball. That means late night with the Rays continues, and this time with the old Bobby V disguise ejection. Watch. Do you see what I see?
Yeah, that is awesome. Just hiding with the stash.
Desperate times call for desperate
And they
measures.
caught him though. Like that's the thing. Like he obviously the camera can still see him down there. Love the effort though.
We call that commitment, fellas, okay? Commitment to the cause. They should have gave him a raise after that.
Yes, I do. I do remember this. Bobby Valentine putting on the Mr. Potato Head glasses and mustache. And you know what? In the big leagues, I don't care what year, if it's the 80s, 90s, 2000s, you know, technology's crazy nowadays. I don't think if he really thought he was tricking people in with that disguise, then good for him. But, you know, that's one of those plays in the history of the game that I don't think will ever be forgotten.
That is definitely at the top of the list, but we will have more of these all night long and all series long. Dwayne, up to you in the booth.
All right, Michelle, thank you very much. And let's take a look at the starting lineup put together by Kevin Cash, presented by your Southern Ford dealer. Denard Span's going to be in that leadoff spot again. Span, another big night last night, followed by C.J. Crone. Joey Wendell's going to hit third. Down the middle, Wilson Ramos, Brad Miller, and Daniel Robertson at shortstop. Malik Smith will hit seventh. Christian Arroyo at the third base spot, hitting eighth. Johnny Field and right will bat ninth.
Well, taking the mound tonight for the Los Angeles Angels going to be right-hander Nick Tropiano, making his sixth start of the season. The record 1-2, ERA 3.64. Coming off of a start against the Minnesota Twins, he went 6 innings, gave up 3 earned runs as a no decision. Features the fastball, curveball, a split, and a change as part of the repertoire. Let's take a look at the defense and see how it's going to line up behind him here tonight. Brought to you by Gold and Diamond Source. And in the outfield left to right, we have Chris Young, Mike Trout, and Michael Hermosillo. Across the infield, third to first, Jeffrey Marte, Andrelton Simmons, Zach Cozart, and Albert Pujols, with Martin Maldonado behind the plate.
Mike Socha, the skipper of this Angels ball club. And his team at 80 and 82 a year ago, the last big year they had under Socha, 2014, when they won 98 games. And Kevin Cash with the Rays, 2 games under 500 right now. And up on this road trip with a record of 5-3. And Denard Span stepping in against the right-hander. Nick Tropiano ready to go to work. And the first pitch of this game is a strike call. Tropiano not overpowering. 27-year-old right-hander. Backing out of play, nothing and 2.
Yeah, Dwayne, that fastball averages right around 90 miles per hour. So he has to be fine with the command, pitch to the edges of the plate, up and down, in and out, change speeds.
And he takes care of Denard Span, strikes him out right there. So 1 away, and C.J. Crone about to step in. Not only does he have that 10-game hitting streak in which he's pushing 400, but he's reached base safely now in 23 consecutive games. And what a production line he's put together in those 23 games.
Well, the 9 home runs, you know, has driven in 20, leading the way on this team.
First pitch is wide, fastball out there.
Well, you know that the comfort level is there. You know, obviously he's confident in his approach, what he's trying to accomplish.
Starts to go and checked in time.
I think even if you look at last night's game,
just to show the maturity and the comfort in what he's doing. You know, he was 2 for 5, struck out 3 times, but just stayed with it, waited for that one mistake, that one opportunity to make a difference, and that's what he did.
Strike 2-1. Well, he's up in that number 2 spot, and boy, what a move that turned out to be for Crone and the Rays. It seems made to order for him the way he's taken to it. Skies it into right. Hermosillo into foul territory, and did he make the catch? He did. He hung on. Hermosillo with a little leap and a stretch. His heart had to skip a beat there as he went after that one, but he managed to hold on to it.
Well, and I don't even think that he really had to jump here. He gets a little bit, you know the wall's coming up close there. And I think that he sensed it was a little closer than it actually was, but at the end of the day, he records the out, and that makes 2.
Hermosillo in right field. He just joined this ball club up from the minor leagues. He had a quick trip last year, A-ball, AA, and AAA. Now here's Joey Wendell. Line shot right back over the glove of the right-hander and into center field. Wendell, a line shot for a base hit.
Well, Joey Wendell once again using the middle of the field. I'll tell you, he's very compact with his swing at the plate. And when he's going good, he's looking to shoot things up the middle. And I'll tell you, he almost took the beard right off of Tropiano.
I think the beard is a little shorter now.
It definitely gave him a trim. Yeah.
Base runner with 2 gone for Wilson Ramos. Wilson now hitting .278. Goes after the first pitch, lifts it out of play down the first base side. Strike 1. We'll take a look at what Joey Wendell is doing. To your point, BA, 15 of his hits, more than any other spot up the middle.
Yeah, and how about that to left? So 27 out of the 34 hits are up the middle the other way. You know, that approach works.
Move to first. Runner back in. Ramos, 4 homers, 18 runs. Batted in with that .278 average, and another move to first. Wendell is back in.
Well, this is one of those instances where the Rays at times will look to go. No stolen base attempts off Tropiano this season. That's excellent. You're talking about a right-handed pitcher controlling the running game like that. Quick to the plate, vary your looks and times.
And again, a quick move over there. Well, his career, 6 steals against him, 5 caught stealings, 5 pickoffs.
Right there, you could tell that he's going to be able to get some guys because the move is quick. The feeder, and what do we talk about? You've got to have quick feet and quick short arm action, and obviously be accurate with the throw. And he has all 3.
That's a strike or 2.
Yeah, you'll see some guys that'll have quick feet, but then the arm action gets long. Well, that gives a base runner time to dive back in.
Yeah, a guy who had both was Shields.
Whoa.
Quick feet, and he was ready from that position to throw quickly.
That hand went right to the ear and no further.
Roller headed to Simmons at short, wrong guy. Over to first, and the Rays are finished in the first. No runs, a hit. 1 left. We go to the bottom of the first with Blake Snell headed to the mound against Cozart, Simmons, and Trout. And we'll take a look at the starting lineup for the Angels, presented by your Southern Ford dealers. Zach Cozart, Andrelton Simmons, and Mike Trout, 1, 2, 3. Albert Pujols, Shohei Ohtani will be the DH and hit 5th. Jeffrey Marte 6th. Martin Maldonado followed by Chris Young, and then Michael Hermosillo, the right fielder, hitting 9th.
Well, taking the mound tonight for the Tampa Bay Rays, left-hander Blake Snell. And if you go back over his last 19 starts, this is really, Dwayne, when the light went off for him. And he really started to throw the ball well, mix in all 4 pitches. You know, the mound composure that we've talked about, those numbers outstanding. Talking about an ERA under 3.
Well, he's loose already. The fastball came in 98. A little low. 1 ball, no strikes. This one is foul back and out of play. 1-1.
Got the fastball with really good velocity, mid to upper 90s, curveball, slider, changeup, good mix. A lot of weapons, all capable of getting you out.
There's a strike down around the knees, and it's 1-2.
Already has Cozart here, you know, in a hole.
Into the dirt. 2-2.
Now, almost looks like Blake Snell's almost too amped up here in the early going. That 98 out of the gate, that slider, he tried to jump on that thing and ended up spiking it.
Foul back, 97 on the fastball. So a lot of high heat early in this one.
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that can overpower a lineup. And a lineup, by the way, that has been struggling mightily. We saw that last night, the late home run by Ohtani, the only run they had, and they've only scored 7 in their last 5 games.
Ooh, he just missed there. That was very close, and it's 3-2. By the way, Manny Gonzalez, who's calling the balls and strikes, he will have a tendency to tighten up that zone. That last pitch, pretty good down around the knees. This one into right field. Johnny Field back, and he makes the catch. So Cozart is out of there.
Let's set the Rays defense for you here tonight, brought to you by Golden Diamond Source. And in the outfield left to right, we've got Denard Span, Malik Smith, and Johnny Field. Across the infield, third to first, Christian Arroyo, Daniel Robertson, Joey Wendell, and Brad Miller. Wilson Ramos will handle the catching duties.
Andrelton Simmons, third leading hitter in the American League at the start of the day at 342. High chop, tough play, charge, Robertson got it! Boy, what a play by Daniel Robertson coming in from shortstop on that high chopper. That's a do-or-die play, and he made it.
You know what, and Dwayne, it looked initially that he was going to go with the glove, and the ball took a little bit of bounce to the right and ended up having to go with the bare hand. Here he comes in, our Bonefish Grill, fresh catch of the game, and he was going after that baseball with his glove, and the ball bounces wide, and he just ends up barehanding it and making the throw over there. That was outstanding. See right there.
Star by that one, I'm telling you. Some play by Robertson.
Just on the fly. Listen, glove's not going to reach. Bare hand, you better do something.
There's a first pitch strike to Mike Trout. Robertson moving over to short with Echeverria out. Moved over there in the game last night, second inning. Upstairs with that one. A ball and a strike. Well, Trout comes in hitting .290. 0 for 19. That's his longest hitless streak in his career. Ball, 2 strikes. Breaking down and in. 2-2. With Trout against lefties, and he's facing a guy who's making his way into the premier status of lefties. Trout's been very good against left-handed pitching, and very close right there. And again, as we mentioned, Gonzalez will tighten up that zone. That's the second pitch in this inning that was pretty close to that strike zone. You could argue was right there. And ball 4 upstairs at 97.
Well, that's the one thing that Mike Trout has done, well, better than anybody else in the American League. Coming into play tonight, he led the league coming in with 37 walks, now 38. That goes back to where, you know, he's hitting 290, not bad at all. But the on-base percentage up over 430.
How many guys can go through an 0 for 19 and still lead the league in on-base percentage and be 5th in slugging percentage? That's after an 0 for 19.
Yeah, well, listen, he is a special talent. No question about that. Arguably the best player in the game.
Now time as Snell was ready to make the delivery out of the stretch, and Pujols got time from Gonzalez.
And keep your eye on him over there. He is 8 for 8 stolen bases. Blake Snell has given up 3 in 3 attempts. Not that big of a lead at this point.
This one is skied into right field, drifting back with a lot of room, and he makes the catch. Walk and a man left. We go to the second, no score. Who but WB Mason, the official office supply company of the Tampa Bay Rays. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Oh,
Late night with the Rays.
chef stats.
Hey,
Sometimes a chef, sometimes a doctor.
little warm milk, perhaps. First pitch to Brad Miller is too low. 1 ball, no strikes. Cut and a miss. It's 1-1. Friday night, the perfect night for a late night with the Rays. Rays got this series started last night with a 7-1 win.
Even better than Saturday night, in my humble opinion. Gets to midnight Eastern time, quicker tonight.
Yep.
A little bit later of a start. Tomorrow's at 9:07 Eastern. So that, you know, late night might not kick in until the late in the game. Tonight, a little more fun.
A little more time to build it up.
That's it.
Still 1-2. Robertson next, then Malik Smith to follow. Rays facing the 27-year-old right-hander Nick Tropiano.
Got to be patient. Not going to overpower you like we were talking earlier on.
And Miller swings and misses on that pitch up.
See that what he will do, and before that fastball that was elevated in the zone, there were a lot of off speed. You know, the change-ups slow you down, slow your eyes down just a little bit, and then that 91 all of a sudden, you know, really plays at 93, 94, and that's what Tropiano will try and do. Mix the speeds, change eye levels, has to pitch and has to pitch well to have success, and he's done that a lot this season.
A breaking pitch in there on the first delivery to Daniel Robertson. Robertson was on base 5 times in the game last night. Threw 3 walks, had a couple of hits, including an RBI single in the 7th and a run scored. One and one. 76 average now for Robertson. Takes one a little wide. 2 and 1. Well, he continues to show the best eye at the plate. I mean, he takes pitches that other hitters just can't take, and they turn out to be out of the zone. Starts to go there and could not check. It's 2 and 2.
And I know that all these right-handed hitters were warned about that pitch right there, the curveball by Tropiano. He throws more curveballs in a percentage basis against right-handed hitters than any other pitcher out there as far as starting pitchers go. And so they know that.
There's a shot lifted deep to left. Way back it goes. It's out of here. Home run for Daniel Robertson. And the Rays break out in front. Home run number 4 for the Rays infielder. It's 1-0. Boy, he got hold of that one. Greeted by the teammates in the dugout. Leverage this baby.
Like I said, you know, these guys warned about Tropiano and the curveball, and so after seeing a couple of them, he gets one that doesn't have that same kind of bite, and he's able to lay it out there into left field and give the Rays a lead.
Alex Smith shortened on the bat, took the pitch down. Robertson has given the Rays an early lead. That's his first home run since the 27th of April when he hit one at Fenway Park. 1 and 1. Two and 1 to Malix. Smith hitting .303. Two now. Now you're talking about that curveball to right-handed hitting. It's not quite, but almost a 50-50 split with his fastball and the curveball.
Yeah, so these guys, you know, they know that going in. And they've got that in the back of the mind. You're going to see a ton of it. First 2 he executed well, and he got strike 1 and strike 2. Well, then he tried to go back to it, and those are the ones that you got to feast on. When he misses it and hangs it, you've seen a couple previous.
Capper, that'll be foul.
And that's what it goes back to Tropiano having to be fine with command. Hangers out over the plate, fastballs over the plate. It's not going to go very well, especially against a team like the Rays, who you know, they're on another one of those hot streaks, and top to bottom, guys are chipping in. They're hitting the ball the other way. Everybody with a pretty solid approach.
And he strikes out Malik Smith. Strikeout number 3. Second in this inning.
Good late action on that pitch by Tropiano, got him.
Well, here's Christian Arroyo, Hernando High product, in the lineup last night with a couple hits. Takes this one down and away, 1 ball, no strikes. A single in the 5th and a single in the 8th. Led off the 8th with a base hit last night. Scored on the Johnny Field home run. Lifts it up the right side. That's out of play. And it's 1-1. Close. The fastball misses. 2-1. Tropiano, a game removed from being on the sideline with some inflammation in his right shoulder. That after making his way back from Tommy John surgery. And that's a strike. 2-2 now. Full count.
Tropiano, one of those pitchers that throws both the changeup and the split. So he'll use the changeup behind in the count, try to maybe keep it in the bottom of the zone to get back into a count, but then the split, and we've seen it a couple of times, really buries itself out of the zone. It's a strike coming out of the hand. It's not going to end up a strike.
Fastball tap foul.
So many guys, the split is their changeup, some variation of it, but to throw both like he does, a rarity.
And a good take there for ball 4. Good at bat by Arroyo. And he makes his way to first.
Well, right on right, too. You know, he came up and the idea was you're probably going to see him most of the time against lefties. You know, Matt Duffy had been swinging the bat so well. And
yeah, the Rays are hopeful that Duffy will be available tomorrow. Kind of a wait and see proposition right now. And Arroyo, who had a good night last night, on with a walk here to begin his evening tonight. Here's Johnny Field. Breaking ball stays high. 1-0.
You know, you've also got to iron out what's going on with the Danny Echeverria. You know, no move made concerning him today after the hamstring last night and had to come out of that game early. Any way you look at it, these guys are going to get some chances to go out there and show what they can do.
It's fouled back. 1-1. Well, here's the Echeverria at bat last night in the 4th when he took off after hitting the fly ball, and then immediately, almost a few steps out of the batter's box, grabbed the right hamstring.
When you see that little hop, that little jump, the grab, like someone shot you in the back of the leg with a BB gun, you know, that can be concerning. And that's something that happened right away.
Lifted into center field. Trout will go back. He has room and makes the catch. Rays are out in the 2nd. They get the home run from Robertson and lead 1-0.
right there with the red hat, taking some batting practice today with the Rays, and that, Dwayne, is going to be the focus of our scouting report today. A friend of Blake Snell, and what we have for you is a slow start. It was a slow start. You know, there probably wasn't a lot of warming up going on, and so the start, not what you would like. However, in true OBJ style, a very strong finish. Right there, lift, separate, and dropped it right up into the rock formation. Out there, left center field, Chad Mazzola giving him some pointers there at the cage.
Yeah, with that one big hop out there, he woke up Fred and Barney. They're in the rock pile.
Used to love that rib steak that they would put onto the side of the car. I think that's what got me into grilling.
That's right. Well, here's Ohtani. He hit one out last night. This pitch is a strike. Shohei Ohtani with 6 home runs now. One in the 9th inning to account for the Los Angeles run in a 7-1 Rays victory. 0-2. Snell quickly ahead. Marte next, and then Maldonado. They have a little issue out there in right field on the warning track, and they're going to have to clear the track.
A regular occurrence. You get beach balls and
well, you take a look at the hitting and the pitching numbers for Ohtani. Both have been impressive. Rays will see him as a pitcher in the 4th game of this series. The schedule has been day off before the day he pitches, day off afterward. This one is skied down the left side, long run for Span. He will not have a play.
Well, it seems like they have found their schedule that works with Ohtani. You know, he's pitching once a week, every Sunday. The day off before, the day off after. It will inconvenience some of the other starting pitchers. There's no question about that. There's no other way to really do it.
It's upstairs. Now a full count. He had a couple full counts in the first inning to Cozart, got him on a fly ball and walked Trout on a 3-2 pitch up. Now 3-2 to Ohtani. Shot toward left center, deep. Smith on the run. It's going to one-hop the wall. Ohtani's on his way to second with a double to begin the bottom of the 2nd inning.
I'll tell you what, Shohei Ohtani hits the ball harder to the middle of the field than just about anybody you'll see by virtue of his hitting mechanics. But this is an absolute rocket shot. Off the bat, the trajectory you thought maybe the way Malik Smith was playing him, he had a chance to get there, but he just not fast enough. That ball was hit too hard to catch up to.
So the leadoff double, 110.2 miles per hour off the bat.
That's all you need to know, and that's going into the opposite direction. You know, left center, deep left center, and boy, there's that number that jumps out at you.
Now it's Marte at the plate, and a cut and a miss had him out in front. Starts at third baseman with the changeup. A couple of home runs, hitting .321. Jeffrey Marte. He pinch hit in the game last night, grounded out. One ball, one strike. There's a broken back ground ball right side. Miller getting back to first base. And Wendell makes the play with Ohtani going to third base. Marte the first out, and the runner advances.
I'll tell you what, Blake Snell coming into this start, and now it's the numbers that obviously changed just a little bit with runners in scoring position. He has been off the chart. Now 2 for 39 opposing hitters. It was an 0.53 average coming into that at bat, obviously dropping from there. Now runner on third, less than 2 outs. Infield's going to be pulled in.
Martin Maldonado at the plate. Pitch is a strike.
We just get into these situations where other teams have threatened him, and he has been able to dial it up. He's got the weapons to do it, but boy, the concentration seems to go to next level.
We started Maldonado with a breaking ball for a strike. Oh, 2.
What were we talking about in the open about all the weapons?
Yep.
I mean, how do you approach this guy? You know, you gotta factor in 96, 97 on the heater, and all of a sudden he's going to come out there to you, first at bat, runner on third. He knows that you're geeked up and want to swing the bat. So what does he do? Curveball, changeup.
Yep.
I mean, impressive.
And he comes right back and strikes him out. Boy, I'll tell you, what a great job that was. Stayed completely away from the hard stuff and carves up Maldonado.
3 pitches, 3 off speed. The break right there, right below the bottom of the zone while on the plate, and this is just what he's done all year. You can get that single, move a guy over, you can hit a double, get a guy to third, you can have him in trouble, but he's been able to take his game to the next level and make huge pitches. That time picking up a 3-pitch strikeout.
Here's Chris Young. And he starts him with a strike. We'll take a look at this in terms of hard hit balls. He's second in the lowest hard hit rate allowed.
And if you want to take DeGrom out of there, he's the lowest in the American League, leading the way. We know how good Charlie Morton's been throwing the ball.
Fastball up and away, not by much. 1-1. For some umpires, that's a strike, but not Gonzalez, and he's pretty consistent about that.
So consistently not good.
Yeah.
Because those are strikes.
Yep. He had a couple of them in the first. Up 2-1. But so far, what we've seen here in the first couple innings, consistent with a tight zone, and that's reflective of his numbers behind the plate last year. Into right field. Here comes Field on the run. He got it. Great catch by Johnny Field. Spread out. And right to make that catch to end the inning and deny Chris Young an RBI base hit. What a star by that one for Chris Young. Stretched out and into the glove. We're through 2, and the Rays lead 1-0. second. Coming in to hit in the third, leading 1-0. Denard Span, top of the order against Nick Tropiano. This pitch is a ball outside, 1-0. Two and nothing. Good take right there. Span collected his 4th home run of the year last night. 27 runs batted in for Span. Crone and Span leading the team, tied in the RBI department with 27. 2-1 now. Ground ball, that's to Simmons. It's short. Still right over the top and on the money. How about that catch by Johnny Field in right field to end the second inning?
How about the extension? That glove, he needed every little bit of that arm going all the way out, and he's able to take that ball right off the turf. And Blake Snell wondering, is this game going to be tied or not? Walks off still with the lead.
What a lift that is to get that kind of defensive work. C.J. Crone taking a breaking ball outside.
But it doesn't really matter who you seem to plug in. Guys make plays. If you even you change their positions. You think about Daniel Robertson at short and at third, and throwing Joey Wendell out there last night had a couple of really nice plays over the course of the game.
1-1. Well, this club, and we profiled some of the injuries. This club's had people step up. 2-1. And frankly, a lot of these were unknown factors. They're starting to make their talent known here the first quarter of the season. And I think there have been some pleasant developments here in that regard. 3-1. Field has come up. He made that play. He's hit 3 home runs, including the home run he hit last night. Gonna help to ice the game with that home run. It's always great to add on late. There's ball 4 to Crone. Fastball missed wide. 1 out walk will get Joey Wendell to the plate.
Well, 1 out of the way. The on-base streak has been extended.
Yep.
Now, can he extend the hitting streak? We'll find that out later, but he just continually has been on base for the Rays, it seems, over the last month.
24 consecutive games now. It's almost a month.
Yeah, and only in 2 of them did he rely upon the walk to keep the streak going.
Here's Joey Wendell. The pitch is a strike. Wendell singled into center, hit the ball hard his first time up there. He's shown some power. His home run was to right center field in Chicago against the White Sox, and he made a bid the other night 2 or 3 times with a blast to deep right center.
Yeah, his problem was too much air.
Yeah.
I mean, he hit those balls hard, but they were a mile high and still got out there right up against the wall.
A ball, 2 strikes. Seven-year-old right-hander out of West Islip, New York, originally drafted by Houston. Into the Angels and a trade. This one down and in, disappeared on Wendell, and that's out number 2, 4th strikeout for the Angel right-hander.
Boy, the bottom just falls out of that pitch. So hard for a hitter, especially a hitter that's protecting, to not take a pass at this. Watch how it stays in the zone, and then all of a sudden it's gone. That is a sharp drop.
Wilson Ramos, who was hitless in last night's game. He was in chase mode, it seemed, all night last night. A lot of pitches out of the zone.
He may have had a quota on swings. Like, oh, no,
Yeah.
no, I'm going to swing the bat 11 times tonight. Because that's at times what it looked like he was doing.
And he usually does it early.
Yeah.
Whatever he does at the plate, it's early.
He's got no time. He wants that first hittable pitch. First thing out over, and he's going to take a rip at it. It's worked.
Taps it back foul. Now 1-1.
The only thing is what will end up happening, and we started to see it even a little bit last night. He was on such a good streak that gets everybody's attention. And now they say, well, what's he been doing? Well, he's been attacking early. So they'll try to expand the zone on you to see how far, to the edge of the zone or maybe off or out of the zone that you'll chase early. And so that's where you got to have a little bit of discipline to rein him back in.
He lifts this one to center field. Trout breaking back, going all the way to the wall. He'll leap. That baby's out of here. Home run to center field by Wilson Ramos. His 5th of the year. The Rays have hit their 2nd home run of the night. And they take a 3-0 lead. Wilson Ramos patient enough to wait for the 3rd pitch of that at bat.
What has gotten into Wilson Ramos? But I'll tell you what, 2 outs in this inning, these are the ones that really hurt. I'll tell you, 2 outs, you're 1 pitch away from ending that inning. That ball went right off the end of Mike Trout's glove. He timed it perfectly, just didn't quite get there.
Brad Miller takes it low. Trout frustrated out there. Thought he had a chance, and he did, to bring it back.
Well, he did everything right.
Here's 1-1. Take a look at Trout's attempt. How close. Makes it a 3-run lead for the Rays. Miller takes strike 2, 1-2. Robertson and Ramos with home runs so far. It's down. With all the hitting Ramos has done in the month of May, including that 18-game hitting streak, that's his first home run of the month. His last one came on the 28th of April when he hit one off David Price at Fenway, and he connects tonight. There's a base hit the other way through the open left side. Young makes the pickup in the outfield. So Brad Miller is on base.
Here we go again. That Rays lineup continuing to pressure the opposition's pitchers. It took them a while to get it going in last night's game. They hit that home run, C.J. Cron in the top of the 6th inning. After that, they really went to town on that bullpen of the Angels. And here's starting it out early again. Had a base runner in the first, the home run, and another base runner in the second. Couple base runners and another home run here in the third, just continually forcing you into the stretch, making high leverage pitches.
Well, Daniel Robertson's going to be the hitter. His home run in the 2nd inning, 427 feet, not quite his longest of the year. He had one in the Minnesota Twins series They went 431 feet. That was to center. He had his tonight to left. Takes the pitch for a strike. Here's that pitch again.
Yeah, third time was not the charm. Third curveball he saw, and see ya.
4.1. That's a strike. 0-2. Robertson, one of 5 Rays from this area. He's had some family and friends in for this series. Two and one. Rays have had 42 home runs on the year. They come into this game second in the American League in hitting, second in hitting with men on base, second in on-base percentage. Throw to first and Miller's back in. But 10th in the league in runs scored.
Well, it's, you know, the home runs. They're near the bottom in the American League, yeah, in home runs. Now, they've certainly created a lot of opportunities for themselves outside of that.
To chopper back over the mound. Charged by Cozart. No, it's not going to be in time. Miller moves to second on the infield chop and a base hit by Robertson.
I'll tell you what, it's early still. I mean, this is a 4-game series, and we're not even halfway through game 2, but the Angels have not been sharp at all. At the plate, in the field. This one right here, not an easy play at all, but Cozart has made those plays in his sleep. Had trouble getting the ball out of the glove.
Robertson
extends the inning.
Has been on base 7 straight times to begin this series. Here's Malik Smith. Well, he starts him the way he finished him in the second inning. A swing and a miss on a breaking ball. 2 outs, 2 runs in, 2 men on. And another one. It's 0-2.
We're just going to keep going after him with that split. That thing has some nasty downward movement. And right now he's got Malik Smith caught up a little bit. Sandy wants it up. Ooh.
Pitch away. 1-2.
Runner at second. You see Maldonado before that pitch was even thrown, put the glove up like telegraphing. Hey, we want this thing up here, like they're going to climb the ladder with the fastball, just in case Daniel Robertson is relaying location. But guess what? It came with the off-speed pitch. So a little gamesmanship because of where the runner is out there. Right? Excuse me, Brad Miller.
A little fly ball into shallow left, going to drop. That's a base hit. Miller will head to the plate, and the Rays add on, picking up their 3rd run of the inning. It's 4-0. Malik Smith served that one into shallow left near the line to pick up the RBI.
Gets down 2 strikes. Sometimes you don't have to hit it hard. Just get it out there. And that's what he did. Put that ball into play. Everything gets short and quick. That's the thing, man. You put the ball into play, you never know. You put pressure on a defense, sometimes you drop in a bloop. That one leads to a run. It also keeps this inning going, keeps Tropiano's pitch count elevating.
He's at 67 pitches right now. Christian Arroyo becomes the 8th man to step into the batter's box now in the 3rd inning. Walked his first time. Low and outside. 1-0. Ramos, a 2-run home run to open the scoring in the third. Pitch outside and a quick check there by Arroyo. Triano over 30 pitches now in this inning. And that's a strike. To be a little bit wide. But the count is 2-1. Now ball 3, 3-1. Joey Ramirez up in the bullpen for the Angels. And ball 4, that will load the bases for Johnny Field. Second walk drawn by Arroyo tonight. So the bases are loaded for Field. Mike Scioscia looking on as this pitcher will have gone right from top to bottom in the lineup here in the third, now facing the number 9 hitter.
You could see fatigue starting to set in. So many pitches in this inning, already up to 72, and on top of that, you know, he's been in trouble, or at least out of the stretch, in every inning, in all 3 innings. So he has been pushed by this Rays offense, and you wonder how much he has left. Maybe Johnny Field could really start to put this thing out of hand.
You know, the other thing you can't forget, here's a guy, this is his second start back since that shoulder inflammation, and he's throwing a lot of pitches, as you point out, 34 pitches here in the third inning. And here comes Scioscia. So the Angels take enough time to give Ramirez a few extra tosses in the bullpen. And the call goes out, brought to you by the Florida Lottery. The bases. Don't miss your chance to play for the massive Powerball jackpot. Pick your lucky numbers and get your Powerball ticket at any Florida Lottery retailer. The Florida Lottery, it's your ticket. Claim it. Must be 18 or older to play. Play responsibly. $306 million, the jackpot right now. That'd be a big ticket to pick up.
Hey, I may throw down a few bucks on that, Dwayne. 3:06. I was born at 3:06 a.m.
Well, you've got to.
So
now.
306 mil.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm already starting to count it.
Yeah, I'll be a friend to you even more than I am now.
Yeah, and that's a well. And here's the
You'll pick
thing.
up a lot of friends.
Well, you will. But the problem is if you go out, you buy like a whole bunch of tickets en masse, and you're going to split it up with everybody, or you buy, you know what I mean? Because then everybody comes calling.
Yeah.
Hey, that was supposed to be for me, and just too many issues. You just go buy one ticket on your own.
There you go. Yeah.
That's it. Don't
Well,
share.
Johnny Field against Ramirez with the bases loaded. Ramirez homered last night in the 8th inning. And he takes the first pitch, a breaking ball that's in there for a strike. Wide with that one. 1. Ramirez, 30 years old. He doesn't throw overly hard. See the changeup quite a bit from him.
Those are the big three: fastball, slider, change.
And that's a strike.
Tell you what, you don't have to throw hard if you can locate like that. Now, how consistently can you do that? But that right there is just an unhittable pitch from a right-hander. Started off, and the little late sinking action takes it right to the corner at the knees.
And a cut and a miss. So he comes in to strike out Johnny Field. The Rays leave him loaded, but in the process, they score 3. 2 coming on the Wilson Ramos home run. We go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Rays 4 and the Angels nothing. The top of the 3rd. We go to the bottom of the inning. Michael Hermosillo will lead off against Blake Snell for Los Angeles. Hermosillo called from the minor leagues and in the lineup tonight. 1 ball, no strikes. Young man out of the Angels system, making his first big league appearance. Sitting 267 at their AAA affiliate, Salt Lake. 2-0. Snell to the plate, and a drive into left field. Span toward the corner. That's going to one-hop the wall. Hermosillo is on his way to second. He can run and was around second in a hurry, but decided to hold up. In his first major league at bat, Hermosillo doubles off Blake Snell. And for the second straight inning, the Angels have doubled to open a frame.
Well, you won't forget this one, and showing good bat speed there, able to kind of throw that ball out there. Hit that thing hard, get it away from Denard's band, and perfect timing on the swing, the little leg kick, and then off to the races. Yeah, the thing I found most interesting, Dwayne, you got some tidbits on him.
A little comebacker, and now a look back, boy, for a moment that appeared they might have him hung up. He got back there, and Cozart is thrown out at first with Hermosillo still at second base.
Well, it's Blake Snell again, too. You're rising to the occasion with a runner in scoring position, but when you were talking about how he can run, good reason how you know that.
Well, number one, he's a young outfielder from Ottawa, Illinois, which is about halfway between Chicago and Peoria. Now the pitch to Simmons. Won't strike the count. Well, the Angels scouting report on Hermosillo, they like his speed. He has some emerging power. And the more he plays, the better his instincts. 0-2 count here on Simmons.
He was one of those multiple sport guy too.
Yep.
Was a big high school football recruit.
He played them all, but you're right.
3-star tailback. Chose baseball, probably very wise of him.
And an attempt to check swing on that pitch, and Simmons is tagged out on that pitch in the dirt. Tagged by Ramos. So back with a couple big outs here from the top of the order after the double.
Yeah, this is Blake Snell again. In a little bit of trouble with the runner in scoring position to lead off the inning, and all he's done is made big pitch after big pitch. And the thing is when you're talking about getting those strikeouts too, you can't think too far ahead. You've got to slow the game down, and it's about making one pitch at one time. And we talk about it, it seems very simple, but it's a lot more difficult to do than it sounds. And so you give a lot of credit to Blake.
The first pitch strike to Mike Trout.
Or some guys that you get those runners in scoring position to lead off an inning, and the game speeds up, and all of a sudden you find yourself trying to get out of the jam before you've made a single pitch. And Blake's able to just take a deep breath, slow things down. That's what's led to his success.
Pitch in. Trout checked. It's 1-1.
Now this is where it gets tough.
0 for 19 for Trout. He walked in the first. Turn, nothing doing back there. Hermosillo. Big cut to miss. A little something on that one at 97 up and away from him.
Well, it's done a better job this season of laying off this pitch, because really he can't get to it. So he's been able to lay off of it, and that's helped him work a lot of the walks. But he goes up after that one, and 97 just hops right over that barrel.
Away, checked. Slowed him down a bit there. 2-2. the early 4-0 lead. Ohtani double to open the second, was stranded in third. Hermosillo opening the bottom of the third with a double. Cozart and Simmons have been retired. Snell 2-2 against Mike Trout. Ooh, strike 3 call. Fastball on the inside corner. And so he gets Trout looking. Well, that pitch very close on the corner. 4-0 Rays.
The Angels. Well, it is time now for your Chevy Prospect Spotlight. We're taking a look at two-way player Brendan McKay, who made his first start since being promoted to High A Charlotte today. He threw 5 shutout innings and allowed only 1 hit in the win against Jupiter. 5 Ks also in there. It's the Rays' very own version of Shohei Ohtani, guys.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, although Ohtani has been pretty much strictly a DH. And it'll be interesting with McKay. He's pitched, he's played first. Of course, he could DH as well. And has made another step up the ladder there to the High A club in Charlotte. Bernard Span takes the ball here from Ramirez. Noe Ramirez on in relief.
Yeah, and you know what? You got to be impressed with the debut. You know, 5 innings, 1 hit, didn't walk anybody. And when we've watched him, you know, you see some video of him and watch him pitch, mechanically very sound. You know, up and down, there's not a lot of excess movement, rotation. He drives towards home plate. It's very strong. He's fun to watch.
High fly ball toward the line to the left, and Young settles under it. 1 out in the 4th. It'll be interesting to watch McKay continue with his development and climb up the minor league ladder. I think you have an inclination to think that the pitching side may be a little ahead of the offense, but you want to be careful about that, because with his ability, that offense might come all of a sudden and assert itself. He certainly has that potential. C.J. Cron takes a strike. Cron has walked and scored tonight after belting a home run in last night's game and following that up with a base hit. Chops it foul. 0-2. It's out in front this time and out on strikes.
Yeah, that's something that Noe Ramirez will do from time to time, is add and subtract with the breaking ball. And that's what he did right there. I'm going to go ahead and go with that slider, but I'm going to take a little something off of it. And so not only do I get you on the break, but the change of speed. Got a deceptive arm angle.
Base is empty for Joey Wendell. It's a tapper foul. And he's got a little bit of that herky-jerky delivery, too.
Just another way to create a little bit of deception, because he's not going to outstuff you. He'll try to outthink you, out-execute you, and deceive you.
And that's strike two. Fastball around 90.
Sounds like some women I used to know, Dwayne.
I don't know if we want to go there or not.
It's late night. Thought that was free game.
Yep. We'll tiptoe
Nobody's
lightly
watching.
around that. Hey, there's a base hit the other way, headed toward the gap. Wendell makes an aggressive turnaround first, headed for second, and he is out at second base. Wendell trying to sneak his way into second with a double, and is caught. Well, you just had a feeling that he might go, trying to read the pickup out there, and he's out at second.
Take a look at this Kelly Shopik slide into second.
Oh. Oh, up. That boy was going, he almost pulled a hip or something.
What do you think that the umpire just said to him?
Is your quad torn off the bone or no?
That is so bad.
Against the Rays, too.
That's the worst thing I've ever seen. And now he's acting like, hey, yeah, I meant to do that.
Have you guys ever seen something like that?
We were there to see Kelly Shopik do exactly that. In fact, that's the reason I think the Rays eventually put him in a Rays uniform. They were so impressed.
He was a beauty.
Wasn't
was a beauty. You know, he came up. He was sliding as if he was still 15 and playing in that league. 85-foot base paths. Then realized, ooh, you know, I got to make my way to second base, and all the while playing it off like that was part of the plan.
Yep.
See how I deked him?
1-1. The Pujols is lifted into right field over there to make the catch. Yeah, he was quite a character and still great form and distance on the bat toss.
He's an Olympian.
Yeah.
He's an Olympian in the bat toss. Daniel Robertson, has shown
working
himself.
his way up.
Yeah, but he's got a ways to go. Well, this game, I'll tell you, this game breeds characters. Breeds characters.
Yep.
Just too many hours together every day. Too many personalities, too many guys you come across where you get some interesting cats.
Yep. Yep. First pitch is wide to Ohtani, 97. Snell touch for a double by Ohtani in the second inning. This one is low and he falls behind 2-0. Well, we've seen some of those personalities here on Late Night with the Rays, shown by managers of the past and their interaction with the umpires.
Could you imagine? You know, the one that they showed early, and it may have been in the pregame show with Billy Martin. First of all, coming out of the dugout with his hat backwards and crooked. I mean, he was.
Yep. Rays have adjusted the defense and have shifted now with a 2-1 count. Now it's 3-1. They moved 3 men on the right side at second base.
Gary's got to tag him because I can't circle him. Thanks, Gary.
And ball 4. A 1-out walk. He started him with a fastball, got behind and walks him with the fastball at 97.
This is what we're talking about. I come flying out of the dugout, Dwayne, with the hat. Well, they're not going to see that one. Oh, there we go. How about that? How about that look? He was way before his time. Throwing dirt on umpires, kicking dirt on umpires. How about that? At this next level.
Yeah, that was Billy Martin.
Could you imagine if you pulled that stunt today?
Oh, yeah, you'd be so far gone.
Imagine the number of groups that would be after you, for harming the dirt.
Well, Billy charged the mound when he played a few times, Had a little issue with the left-hander Jim Brewer.
Oh, the left-handed society be coming after you. Discrimination.
There you go.
I mean, you don't have a chance.
Marte takes one just a little low there, but now it's 1-1. Snell's been right on the edges of that zone, and he's had a little difficulty getting that call.
You'd like the call, but you'd really like him to swing at it, because that's the changeup down there. He's going to pound right into the ground, and maybe you get a chance then for that double play. Or swing and a miss.
1-2.
That's the thing. That's the thing with Blake Snell. He's just got so many different options. It's a wonder how he keeps them all straight between that pitch and the heater. That's got to be fun to throw at 96, 97. Curveball, a slider.
Into the dirt. There goes Ohtani.
And I don't have any idea what that pitch was.
Well, a wild pitch. That's what it was.
That's about right. Looks like he's maybe trying to throw a slider there and just yanked it right into the ground.
And Ramos not feeling all that great after trying to block that pitch. Consistently seen him, it seems, a couple times a night take a shot back there. And on that pitch that hit the dirt.
See,
Take a look here.
Comes up on him. Oh boy, and he's got that thumb guard. That thumb guard that sticks into that catcher's mitt. Really, you're trying to protect that thumb not only from getting hit, but those tough, balls down in the zone where you're trying to get underneath it, keep that thing strong and stiff, and keep the joint protected. And that one, he takes a shot right on it.
Well, it's 2-2 now on Marte. 1 on, 1 out. Ohtani is the runner at second. And what a pitch right there for strike 3. He gets Marte looking. 2 gone.
It goes back to a breaking ball. Can't account for everything.
Martin Maldonado. Maldonado out swinging at a breaking ball in the second inning. Fastball to start him in for a strike. Snell, coming into this inning, had thrown 11 consecutive first pitch strikes. He missed a Cozart to start the game, and then went right down the lineup and started through it again, throwing first pitch strikes.
That actually is the one part of his game that hasn't been a strong suit.
Yep.
He's a guy that's a few percentage points over 50%. At times can be a coin flip. So you get him going on a run like that where he's consistently pitching from ahead, and he has a chance to really, really put the clamps down on an offense.
Yeah, that's the next big step for him. 1 and 2.
I mean, look at some of the swings you're getting and some of the takes that you're getting. And I know this offense is struggling, but these are still big league hitters, and he is just nullifying anything they're trying to do.
It's Ohtani off second base. We got Maldonado on a curveball first time around. And this one down, blocked by Ramos. Ohtani's going to try to move up, and he is safe. The ball loose and tracked down by Arroyo. So a move up on a wild pitch. And Ohtani winds up at third with 2 gone.
Well, another pitch that was yanked down into the ground, and that one, well, I don't know if that got Manny Gonzalez in the foot or Wilson Ramos in the side of the foot. Almost had a chance of getting Ohtani down there at third base. Well, after all of that, you're still 1 pitch away from ending this inning.
Fouls a fastball, got the bat out there to make contact.
That's the swing of a hitter who is trying to account for all 4 of the pitches. And that fastball, I mean, you talk about the most defensive swing you've seen tonight. I'm going to give him credit for staying alive, but
Try the 2-2 pitch again. And it's fouled straight back. To him another fastball, and he fouls it.
getting more aggressive with the swing. That's why he may end up going with the breaking ball right here. And a near miss in the booth. Body's flying. Bob and weave.
So again, the 2-2. And this one down and in. Blocked by Ramos, and the count is full.
Good smother. That was a hard slider right down into the dirt again. And he's had a little bit of trouble with that pitch here in the inning. A little over aggressive with it, but Wilson Ramos there to bail him out.
did 97 in this sequence to Maldonado. Fly ball into center field. Alex Smith is there, and he takes care of that for out number 3. Man left at third again. We go to the 5th, 4-0 Rays. Off for heroes. Tonight, we spotlight Giants reliever Hunter Strickland. Hunter, the son of a Vietnam veteran, supporting the Navy SEAL Foundation and hosts hunting trips for veterans. Cam Bedrosian will be the new pitcher as we move into the 5th inning. And a third for Ramirez, and now Bedrosian makes his 22nd appearance.
Well, that ERA 3.38, 18 2/3 innings. And this Angel bullpen has been worked over so far this season. Leads the American League in innings pitched.
Wilson Ramos will lead it off. As if blocking and catching pitches in the bottom of the 4th wasn't enough. Here in the 5th, he leads off. Battles a fastball out of play.
No time for recovery.
Yep.
Here's a bat, young man. Go up there and go to Hackett. Although he probably is gladly doing that. Gets him out from behind the plate. He's already homered tonight.
Facing the 26-year-old right-hander.
And it's his opportunity to inflict some damage.
There's a high fly ball hit deep into right center field. That ball is going to go. How about that? Wilson Ramos taking this one out to right center field. His 2nd home run of the night, and that after being battered in the bottom of the 4th with that wrist in the thumb area, and he hits this one out to right center field. Number 6, and it's 5-0.
Thumb's fine.
I guess it is.
Thumb's fine. They take a fastball. Welcome to the ball game. Boom.
This pitch is down. 1-0, his 6th career multi-home run game. Well, that's one of the reasons they call him the Buffalo. You can't hurt him. Ground ball down to third by Miller. Forte's throw to first in time. That's 100 career home runs now for Wilson Ramos.
I think he knew it too. Well, that reaction says it all. And again, it's into right center field. He's had a couple of those out that way. Strong.
Well, you saw where that landed in the stands. You don't have to hit it into the stands for it to be a home run now this year, and we saw that last night. Robertson takes a strike. They have that yellow line out there in right field. You just hit it over that line. That's a home run. There wasn't any question about that one off the bat of Ramos. There's that yellow line stretching across right field. 1-1 now. Well, the Rays hit 3 home runs last night. They've hit 3 tonight. Robertson hit 1 in the second. Ramos home runs in the third and the fifth innings. Two and one to count. Nothing ball game. A good night for that guy right there.
Hey, listen. Chad Mottola, the hitting coach, liking what he's seeing. And the long ball has started to come back. You know, that's the thing. That this team so much more versatility in the fact that they can score runs different ways. Last year they were kind of beholden to the long ball, but this year we've seen them put together innings. We've seen hit after hit, take your walk, steal a bag. We have seen the long ball.
Robertson fouls. You know what's cool about Mottola? He's the same. If they've been shut out 2 games in a row, or if they're hitting home runs, he's the same.
And really, all of the good ones are.
Yep.
If you're in the game of baseball, or really sport in general, if you're going to ride the wave of good days, bad days, good luck. You're going to be up and down. You're going to be incoherent by the All-Star break. You have to. And by the way, that oozes confidence to your hitters. Listen, he's not panicking. Why should we?
Yep. I think that's especially true now with the general personality of the game now. I mean, there was a time we've seen these manager explosions that have been on our archives that we pulled out for late night. You know, a little different there, but I think it's important, and Mottola is like right there. Robertson walks. He's on base again. He's been up 8 times in this series. He's reached base 8 times in this series. On at first with 1 out.
Well, just think about the way this trip started. You know, you go into Baltimore, who had been limping badly, and they handle you 3 out of 4. One of the games, they beat you 17-1. And now you're going out to Kansas City, but they regroup nicely, win a couple of hard-fought, low-scoring games early on, and sweep that series and come out here and have been playing well.
There's a strike to Malik Smith. Well, that's one of the things that has started to emerge about this team. They seem to take it stride. We talk about Mottola and how even keel he is. This team's sort of that way.
A lot of high character, hard-working, blue-collar type guys fill out this roster.
Yep.
Especially when you talk about that lineup.
0-2. And I know there's a lot of discussion about what was happening with this team over the winter and through spring training and starting this year. We're a quarter of the way into the season. Who knows what's going to happen one way or the other, but I have to believe that that this team has developed and surprised a lot of people to this point. Way high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it really starts with the character of the team and the way they take wins and losses. And they've been impressive that way. This has been a fun team. And we get to follow them every night, see them day in, day out. You're going to have your ups and downs, but this has been a fun team. Alex a chopper, that's foul. Still a ball, 2 strikes. Ramos beginning with the home run. Miller out third to first, and then Robertson with the walk. There's another guy, Kevin Cash. You know, not easy being a manager. I don't care what team in the major leagues you're managing. That's not an easy spot. But he's been pretty good about not letting you see him sweat either. And you know there are times when you don't like as well as other times.
Oh, yeah. I mean, games that got away or.
Yep. Ground ball through the right side, base hit for Smith. Robertson's on his way to third. Throw there, not in time. Alex Smith safely in at second. The Rays using some aggressive base running and speed there, setting up a second and third situation on the Smith base hit to right.
Well, this team has come in here into Anaheim and really taken the game right to the Angels. I mean, they are forcing the action. And here's another great example of it. Breaking ball hammered into the hole. Daniel Robertson aggressively going to third. And, of course, Hermosillo trying to show off that arm. And it was a good read by Malik Smith, realizing nobody could cut that throw. So he's going to have time to slip in the back door.
And, you know, you have a 5-run lead. Why not be aggressive? So second and third now. It's Christian Arroyo. A couple of walks for the young infielder. Christian playing third base tonight. Ground ball, shortstop. It comes up and gets by Simmons. A run scores. Smith goes to third. And Arroyo is on. The Rays now lead 6-0. Boy, that ball, I mean, Simmons is outstanding at short, and that ball gobbled him right up.
Well, it did. It took a hop there at the end, and he just could not get the glove up there in time. That ball was hit extremely hard by Arroyo, even though it was on the ground. But watch this hop that it takes. Ooh, I mean, what are you going to do? Almost knocked your teeth out.
So a base hit for Arroyo and a run batted in.
Boy, it has been that kind of homestand, really. You know, not just the last couple of nights, but that kind of homestand for the Angels. This is, what, game 9 of an 11-gamer? It's not going that well.
3 hits and a walk off Bedrosian. 1 out here in the 5th, 2 runs in. And men at first and third now. Johnny Field. He's pulling off that pitch out front, strike 1. Field at 291 with the 0 for 2 tonight. Starts to go and could not check in time. 0-2. Manny Gonzalez calling the balls and strikes tonight. Bedrosian, pitcher number 3 for Los Angeles. Into the dirt, covered up by Maldonado. Rays got a run in the second inning on the Daniel Robertson home run. 3 runs in the third on a 2-run home run by Wilson Ramos and a base hit by Malik Smith to drive in a run. Ramos opened this inning with a home run. Now the bat hop single by Arroyo and scored another run. So 2 runs home so far. Rays with 6 runs, 10 hits. We're 1 out into the 5th. ball 2. Ramos in the dugout, career home run number 100. And strike 3 called. That one at the bottom of the zone. So a strikeout. 2 gone. Time for the Lowe's whole team together. As we look at Chad Mottola there, the Rays in the major leagues coming into play tonight. 2nd in the American League and 3rd in the major leagues in team hitting.
And that number's going up.
Yep.
I mean, that's moving northward. Another 10-hit game. How about this? They are now, and I don't know how many hits the Red Sox had in their game tonight, but coming into play tonight, the Rays had 19 10-hit games, or double-digit hit games. Now they have 20, and that would tie them with Boston unless Boston had at least 10 tonight, and that would lead.
Well, Denard Span so often has set the tone for that. He's 0 for 3 tonight, and the Rays have all those hits despite that. So Denard looking for his first hit of the night. More action out in the bullpen for the Angels. It's Blake Parker loosening. Too low. 1-1 the count. 6-10-0 for the Rays. 0-2-0 for the Angels. They've jumped on Bedrosian for a couple and threatened to get more. A little chase by Span. Denard with 27 runs batted in. He and Crone tied for the team lead in that department. Span came in hitting .351 with runners in scoring position. Crone is on deck. Way up. 2-2 fastball. Four runs off Tropiano, the starter, in 2 2/3. An inning and a third scoreless by Ramirez, and now the Rays 2 against Bedrosian. Span, little number, third base side. That's a foul ball, picked up foul by Maldonado. So Denard will come back to the plate, and the count remains 2-2. Well, Oakland beat Toronto. And with a win tonight, the Rays could catch the Blue Jays and be tied for third. Span ready for another one, but not before the meeting between Bedrosian and Maldonado. Ramos opened the inning with a home run. 6th of the year. And a long top half of the 5th. And it will continue as Span fouls it away. 2-2.
How about this? We're about halfway through game 2 of this 4-game series, and thus far, the Rays have out-hit the Angels 24-5.
Wow. How about that?
How about that? Talk about taking command.
And now the count is full. So Span, after getting behind, has worked a full count against Bedrosian. Well, the Angels do have some concern about their bullpen, and their starter was knocked out in the 3rd inning, giving up 4. Three-two is ball 4. Span draws the walk to load the bases for C.J. Cron. So the bases are loaded, Cron due up, and we're going to see a new pitcher. Brought to you by the Florida Lottery. '11 store and pick up a Rays discount coupon for $7.11 tickets to the game Friday, May 25th against the Orioles. Keep saving with $5 Budweiser and Bud Lights exclusively on the Budweiser porch. Ages 21 and over. Please drink responsibly. Blake Parker will be the new pitcher, the 4th already tonight, making his 21st appearance. A little over 20 innings of work, 20 and a third. C.J. Cron with the bases loaded. He goes after the first pitch, taps it down to third. Marte steps on the bag as he makes the pickup. The Rays come up with 2 more and lead 6-0. Thank you very much, Rich. We go into the bottom of the 5th inning. Blake Snell has given up no runs, a couple of hits, and he faces Chris Young to begin the bottom of the frame. First pitch is a strike. Young victimized on a great catch and right by Field in the 2nd inning. And boy, you think about when he made that catch, the Rays at the time held a 1-0 lead, and that kept the Angels off the scoreboard and ended the inning on that great play by Field and Wright. Look at that. Robbing Chris Young.
Perfectly timed, and a difficult dive and an extremely difficult catch. But the Rays have been able to offensively add on from there. They have a hit in every inning, and outside of Joey Wendell trying to stretch that single into a double, they've put whoever's been on the mound in the stretch every inning.
A foul ball straight back this way, going to be out of play. The count is still 2-2. Hermosillo is on deck. Now we have a full count on Young leading off the inning. Foul. Back and out of play. Again, a foul ball. And just a little bit low. Leadoff walk. 3 walks issued by Snell tonight. And now in 3 of the 5 innings, the Angels have put the leadoff man on.
And this is where Blake Snell has really started to toughen up. Tried to get him with a changeup there. Boy, close to getting a call, but it was an impressive at bat there by Chris Young. Did not chase that pitch and earn that walk.
Well, here is Michael Hermosillo making his major league debut, taking ball 1. He doubled off a fastball in his first big league at bat in the 3rd. Now 95, but too high. 2-0. We're talking about the athlete he was in high school. He had a game in which he rushed for 352 yards and 9 carries.
Oh, come on.
How about that?
Well, 9 for 350. That's something that you do in a video game. And you.
There's strike.
Did they realize it was tackle football?
Well, there wasn't much of that going on, apparently.
Are we sure they were playing with a full defense? Oh, my goodness. Nothing like averaging 40 yards a carry.
Now 3-1, and Snell having a little trouble with the zone here after the leadoff walk to Young.
You know, he's had an interesting night in the sense that there have been a lot of half innings with the Rays offense, so a lot of long sits in between innings, and sometimes that can affect rhythm.
That's a strike, and it's 3-2. Interesting thing about Hermosillo is that he was not a top pick. The Angels didn't pick him until the 28th round. Kind of took a flyer on him as a baseball player with all of those credentials, and he decided to sign. And the last year or so has started to blossom in their minor league system. He is out on strikes there. Couldn't catch up to the high fastball at 96. So Snell comes back to pick up the first out.
That came roaring back, and literally roaring back. 96 right there. The letters. Just too much.
Fifth strikeout for Blake. Zach Cozart. It's wide. 1-0. Cozart went out to right in the first with a fly ball. Out pitcher first in the third. That's a strike on the corner. Cozart up through the Cincinnati Reds organization. Initially got to the big leagues in 2011. That was the year the Rays drafted Blake Snell. And the strike 1 and 2. Was with the Reds through last year, and then signed on as a free agent. Hit .297 last year with the Reds and 24 home runs. Two and two. Andrelton Simmons, the on-deck hitter. Liner into right. That's going to be in there. Field's going to have to run it down. Gets it on the warning track. Young goes to third. It's a double for Cozart. The Angels are trying to make some noise in the bottom of the fifth. 11th double of the year for Cozart.
Served this ball out to right. Looking like a slider. Didn't get quite all the way in. He stayed inside of it. Shot it down the line. Johnny Field gets it in quick enough. Keep the runner at third. So now second and third. And these are the situations that not only all season long, but here tonight especially, Blake Snell has really toughened up. And he's going to have to do that with Simmons and Trout coming up next. And that brings Snyder out.
Snyder, the Rays pitching coach, talks it over with him. Reminder to trust your gut, pick the right player, and get one step closer to winning $5.6 million. Download Beat the Streak today in the App Store or on MLB.com/BTS. It's going to be a challenge here for Snell, trying to keep the Angels off the scoreboard. 2 men in scoring position with one out. Andrelton Simmons is going to be the hitter. A ground ball and a strikeout tonight. Robertson made a nice play on that chopper to short back in the first to get him. But he had to barehand it at the last moment. Got the throw away in time to get him. First pitch, fastball straightens him up in there. 1-0. Chop third base side, a foul ball. Nino Ebel with the pickup. Count is 1-1. Angels have had base runners in every inning and men in scoring position in 4 of the 5 innings. And a base hit up the middle. Young scores. Cozart will cross the plate. Simmons drives in 2 to make it 6-2. RBIs 24 and 25 for Simmons. The Angels making some noise in the 5th.
That was that leadoff walk to Chris Young. How many times do those come back and bite you? And the Angels, who've had some opportunities, not been able to cash them in, they get it here. Andrelton Simmons using the middle of the field. Able to squeeze it right up there into center field. And here come the 2 runs. Still got a healthy lead, but we've got to get back to work here.
And here is Mike Trout. Trout has walked and struck out. And he sends one high down the right side. Foul and out of play. You've got to give Young a lot of credit for that leadoff walk. He had a 9-pitch at bat to draw the walk. And has scored the first run of the night for the Angels. Ahead of Cozart, who scored also on the base hit by Simmons. Longest over streak in his career. Trout now 0 for 20. One and one. Two runs, 4 hits, 3 walks given up by Snell to go with the 5 strikeouts. And that's called the ball. 2 and 1. Albert Pujols on deck. To right field toward the line. Field's going to be there to make the catch. And back to first goes Simmons. Johnny Field over there toward the right field line, and that's out number 2.
Nice job of positioning Johnny Field out there in right field. Had him shaded where he was able to get to that ball rather easily. You know, off the bat, off a righty, you're thinking that ball's got a chance to fall in. But you're going to see right off the bat, and then Johnny Field gets there, plenty of time to spare.
Now the hitter is Albert Pujols. He's now 9th all time on the RBI list. Chasing Ty Cobb right now on that list. First pitch is a strike. Tied with Wade Boggs in the hit department. A wave and a miss. 2. Pitch count in the mid-90s now for Snell. Alvarado up in the bullpen for the Rays. And a swing and a miss. Pujols out on the fastball. 2-run score for the Angels, and the Rays lead 6-2 through 5. It was Daniel Robertson to open the scoring in the second inning with a 427-foot home run. Wilson Ramos has hit 2 tonight, a 2-run shot in the third to center field. And then again to lead off the fifth. Rays putting up 6 runs. And the Angels got on the board. Everton Simmons in the bottom of the fifth. A single driving in Young and Cozart. We go to the 6th with the Rays facing Blake Parker. Joey Wendell looks at the first one, and that's a ball inside. Snyder in conference with Blake Snell in the Rays dugout. Blake up to 96 pitches. He's doing a lot of listening right now. One and one to count to Wendell.
Well, you're constantly teaching. You know, Blake Snell, as accomplished as he is, and he's still, you know, early and young in his career when you look big picture. But the way that he's come on so strong, we pointed it out when he went to the mound the last 19 starts. There's still plenty to learn in this game, and Kyle Snyder giving him some knowledge.
High popper, shallow right toward the line, and Cozart makes the catch.
And you got to appreciate and love that communication, that back and forth. And as long as you have gotten to a point where you trust your pitching coach, and that's always the toughest thing for a pitching coach, to gain the trust of his pitchers.
Yeah.
Once that happens, that information flows back and forth and can be very helpful.
And that's exactly what's happened here. You know, Blake Snell went back to Durham a couple times. Started there, and it's carried on to the big leagues. Trust both ways. Wilson Ramos against Blake Parker. Pitch is a strike. Well, 2 home runs tonight for Ramos. 6th time in his career that he's hit 2 home runs in a game. And 100 home runs for his career now. Into the dirt. It's 1-1. Parker originally got to the big leagues with the Cubs. He was back and forth between the minor leagues and the Cubs, then spent some time with the Mariners and Yankees. Now with the Angels. He was in 71 games with the Angels last year. And Ramos could not stop on that one. 1-2 now. Two and two. Parker out of the University of Arkansas. Grew up in Fayetteville, wound up going to school there. And a cut and a miss. Ramos out on strikes. 2 gone. The new Rays Flex Pack has been released and features a limited time low price. $75 for 5 lower level tickets. Save up to 60% off the single game ticket price and get a Devil Rays pullover presented by Dex Imaging with each pack purchase. Visit RaysBaseball.com/flex. Rays up. Brad Miller takes the ball. Parker got Crone to end the 5th inning. Now Wendell and Ramos to begin the top of the 6th. into left field. That's going to drop in front of Young for a base hit. And Miller is 2 for 4.
And another hit. A hit in every inning for this Rays lineup.
Daniel Robertson, who's been on base 8 consecutive times. Club record is 9. He's homered, singled, and walked tonight. Fouls it out of play. Strike 1. Upton, Forsythe, and Beckham all at various points in their time with the Rays, reaching base in 9 consecutive plate appearances. 8 so far tonight for Daniel Robertson. That's a strike. 0-2. On base 5 times last night and 3 tonight.
Well, that breaks that little slide that he had been on. Last week and a half or so. I guess if you're going to break out of it doing something like that, where they just cannot keep you off the base paths.
Down 2 strikes into the dirt, blocked by Maldonado. Miller not going anywhere. Maldonado hustling out after that loose ball. There's a run in the second, 3 runs in the third, 2 in the fifth. The Angels answered with a couple in their fifth. And a swing and a miss. Robertson out on strikes, going down to 1 knee. No runs, a hit. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Shohei Ohtani will lead it off for Los Angeles. Chevy dealers by El Dorado Memorial Day sales event going on now in all El Dorado furniture showrooms and by your local Ford dealers. Late night with the Rays, Angel Stadium in Anaheim. There's a good look.
It'd take me a while to get there, but yeah, I don't mind that. Little Mario Brothers.
Otani lifts a long foul ball up the opposite side, back into the seats. Strike one. Otani has doubled and walked tonight against Snell. Each time stranded at third base. Chops it to the right side. Unassisted, Miller steps on the bag, one away. The leadoff man retired. Snell has done that half the time tonight.
Yeah, and you know what? Even the other half the time, he's been able to pitch out of it, except for that last half where the Angels were finally able to break through and score a couple of runs. But I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in there when Kyle Snyder, and I hate to say conversation because it was pretty one-sided, but you just wonder what was being disseminated down there.
There's a strike at 96 to get ahead of Jeffrey Marte. Well, the frustrating thing about the fifth is the lower end of the order started it with Chris Young, the number 8 hitter, drawing that walk. And again, to his credit, it was a 9-pitch at bat to draw the walk. Now Chaz Rowe is throwing in the bullpen. Two and one. Blake over 100 pitches now, 101. High fly ball to right. Field with ample room makes the catch. And two gone. 2 up, 2 down, bases empty for Martin Maldonado. Maldonado has struck out swinging and has hit a fly ball to center field. High pitch count this year for Blake was 114. That was against the White Sox. Strike the count on Maldonado. Oh, 2. Blake at 104. This next pitch will match his second highest total. He threw 105 against the Braves 2 starts ago. And right back to the mound. Over to first. Maldonado's out, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the 7th, 6-2 Tampa Bay.
Late night with the Rays. We take a look at manager meltdown, this time in the minor leagues. Philip Wellman, take a look.
Oh yeah, here we go right here. Yeah, he's drawing in dirt. He's on his hands and knees like a little kid, and he's just letting this umpire have it.
This is the best, though. The cherry on top, the grenade. Boom. Great toss. I mean, look at that.
Oh, little charades. Tossing the umpire, too. I don't know who's going to call the game now.
Well, first of all, those guys are pretty good with play-by-play. Second of all, did you guys ever see that before?
I've never quite seen one exactly orchestrated in that manner.
Only in the minor leagues did you pull that one off. You know, the fights are better in the minor leagues. Apparently the manager meltdowns are better in the minor leagues. But that one right there was epic. That one you really thought the man's lost his mind. I mean, you're thinking padded room for him. Forget suspension. Padded room.
Well, here's Jose Alvarez, the left-hander. Leading off against him is Malik Smith. And the pitch is a strike. An inning and a third for Parker. And now Alvarez is pitcher number 5 for the Angels. Malik's with a couple hits tonight. A ball, 1-1. Alvarez out of Venezuela. Stairs, he was originally signed by the Red Sox. Spent some time in the big leagues with the Tigers. And last year, 64 games with the Angels. Behind Malik Smith, 3-1. Three and two. Well, the Rays with a 4-run lead. At one point they had built it to 6. Ground ball, and Cozart to his right to make the pickup.
That's home plate, right? Accusing him of calling pitches on that plate, throwing that base, trying to sneak up. That was, I will back up Brad Miller there. That was a great toss. You think about, you know, you're only close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, and he was pretty close right there.
One for the ages.
I still think straitjacket padded room is probably the end result of that thing. That's just me. Maybe that's where I belong.
1 ball and 1 strike. It's driven toward the right field corner. Hermosillo back, and it's going to be over his glove. He goes to one knee. Arroyo's going to go to third base on this one. And he's in there standing up. And then a little slip as he hit the bag, but he recovers and is okay. So Arroyo taking that one the other way. A triple for the Rays infielder, and he's been on all 4 times tonight.
Well, he got his arms extended and was able to drive that ball. Looked like that was right off the glove of Hermosillo. Had a chance to make a spectacular play. How about the catch of the helmet? Now listen, I'll give him the slip on the bag because of the catch of the helmet. He's running full speed. The helmet flips off. He catches it behind his back.
How about that? Good hands right there.
And he's thinking about coming in here and a little slip off the top. I don't care. The catch was too good.
Now here's the bunt. Runner coming down the line at third. He's going to be safe. Maldonado could not pick up the baseball. The bunt was right in front of the plate where Field did not want that one to go, and Maldonado could not pick it up. And Arroyo scores. The Rays pick up that extra run.
Oh, it's been sloppy. It has been sloppy for the Angels. In the field, at the plate, and this ball, yeah, he's got to get it down, but it dies right in front of the plate. And if Maldonado could just, I don't know, grab it, they're going to get it out at home plate. Look at this thing die.
The Rays get the job done. That's going to be a sacrifice, and they're going to charge Maldonado with an error. So a fielder's choice E2 is going to be the call. Strike the count on Denard Span. Pitch is a strike. Because of the error, there will not be a run batted in. So the Rays get a little break there and add a run. It's 7-2. Upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So a 1-out triple by Arroyo, and he scores as Field put down the bunt, and Maldonado could not pick it up to make a play. Well, that ball in the dirt right out in front of the plate, that part of the infield, the dirt part, is beaten up, and that ball just stayed right there.
Spun itself a little hole.
Second error of the year charged to Maldonado, who's a Gold Glove catcher, by the way.
Yeah, he just, you know, he understands that there's a play to be made there. And so, you know, we see it a lot out in the field. You start to look away before you secure the baseball. The head starts to turn in anticipation of making that play, but you've left the most important thing behind.
One and two to Span. Fouls it away. Well, the Rays scored 7 last night. Won 7-1. They have a 7-2 lead tonight. Rays trying to close to within a game of 500. Two and two. C.J. Cron on deck. Shot to center field. Trout will go back. He'll make the catch. Back to tag Field, but he's going to hang on at first. He'll be there with 2 gone. Well, tomorrow on Rays Live, here's what's coming up. The pregame show presented by your local Honda dealers. What you think, Wechter? 5 burning questions for Doug Wechter. Who's going to compile those questions? Will that be a friendly conversation with some questions or a cross-examination? I'll get his thoughts on Sergio Romo making the start tomorrow, and that will be the beginning of the questioning.
Oh, so it's going to be an interrogation then.
Want to know the count to C.J. Cron.
What is the scope of the question? Is that defined, or is it just kind of whatever goes?
Well,
be ready, huh? I guess we'll have to watch.
Have to watch to see. See if he had any representation.
I was going to say, that could be the most important
of those questions.
Yes.
Would be the conditions under which he would be questioned.
I won't even take a phone call from management anymore without representation on the other line.
This one is low. 2-1. Well, it'll be some interesting stuff going on here in games 3 and 4. Sergio Romo will start tomorrow. The question is, how many hitters will he go? And then the bullpen will get involved, and a similar situation looming for Sunday's game. Crone moves a foul up the right side, out of play. CJ reached in the 3rd inning on a walk, so he has continued that reaching base safely streak. It's 24 now. Long one and well fouled.
Get out of here.
That's going to reach the upper deck and about more than halfway up the upper deck in the left.
Not easy to get a baseball that far foul, that far up into the upper reaches of this stadium.
10-game hitting streak for him. Officially 0 for 3 tonight. He walked and scored back in the 3rd. Now the count is full. Joey Wendell on deck. And a swing and a miss to retire the side in the 7th. Rays pick up 1 unearned run, and they have built a 7-2 lead. Seventh inning, and back out there in the middle of the infield is Blake Snell on the mound. He'll face Chris Young, and the pitch to him is a strike call. Young worked that walk to open the 5th against Blake Snell, and that led to a 2-run inning. Ahead of him right here. takes the count to 0-2. Seven pitches. Upstairs, a ball, 2 strikes. Michael Hermosillo will be next, and then the top of the order, Zach Cozart. Chaz Rowe up in the bullpen. And strike 3 called. Young caught looking to begin the bottom of the 7th. Strikeout number 7 on the night, and the first out in the 7th.
And Blake Snell coming out this half inning saying that there's not going to be a repeat of the 5th. And boy, he comes right out and buries that fastball in the outside corner. How about the leash he's been given here? 109 and still counting.
Here's Hermosillo, who's doubled and struck out. He fouls it back, strike 1. Hermosillo has emerged as one of the Angels' favorite prospects and making his major league debut tonight. Swings over and out in front on that pitch. 2.
Well, there's been no drop off in stuff. That we can say for sure.
And that is, oh, he held up on the appeal down to Andy Fletcher. That's late. Go ahead and give him that.
He missed it. Move on. Let's take a look. Could have.
Yes, he could. Now pitch is down.
Wait, you got a
It's 2-2.
gift
Oh.
coming in. How about this?
Oh, hey, look at that. Yeah. I always love those guys on
No,
the TV crew for the Angels.
Very kind.
There's a swing and a miss. So a couple of strikeouts here, boys. Help yourselves. Doing a little work here. Some chicken wings going there. And those are good. Look at that, huh?
No, I'm good.
Hey, we're going to get a pitching change here. That means we can snack. And a great job by Blake Snell. 6 2/3. We'll be back with a new Rays pitcher in a moment. Your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. By the FDOT, drive sober or get pulled over. And by your local Honda dealers. How about that? We have found Brian Anderson in the Angel garb late night with the Rays. Blake Snell goes 6 2/3, gives way to Chaz Rowe. And Cozart up here. Boy, nice job by Snell. Struck out 8, 6 2/3, 114 pitches, which matches his season's high. This one way wide. It's 1-1 to Cozart. Wave and a miss, 1-2. And after that RBI single by Simmons, Snell finished this outing by retiring 7 in a row.
Yeah, he really tightened things up. You remember that was the half inning that he had the conversation, or actually Kyle Snyder had the conversation with him down in the dugout.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Chaz Rowe ready to unload the 2-2, and he runs that fastball inside. He got that up there at 93, but off the plate end. And the count goes full. All 4.
Here's a Toyota inside look, and it's Blake Snell in his outing here tonight. 114 pitches, pitching into the 7th inning. And, you know, he had his fair share of trouble. The Angels were able to get some leadoff runners aboard, some leadoff doubles, runners in scoring position, but made the pitches for the most part all night long. Anderson Simmons got him for a base hit up the middle to knock in 2 runs, but that would be it. Pitching around those 3 walks, getting deep into the game once again, showing the ability to make some adjustments.
Now the pitch to Simmons is upstairs. 2 outs, a runner on. Rays leading 7-2. Up in the bullpen. We saw him last night. Ground ball to short. Robertson to second, to Wendell for the 4th. The 7th inning is over. We're headed on to the 8th with the Rays up 7-2. And our Geico great moment. A couple of them. Wilson Ramos with 2 home runs. Belting one to center just off the glove of Trout. That was in the 3rd, and in the 5th inning, takes this one out to right center field for the 100th home run of his career. We go to the 8th with the middle part of the lineup due. Wendell, Ramos, and Miller. Eduardo Paredes, who pitched last night, on for the 8th inning tonight, and he takes the pitch. Wendell does outside, ball 1. 5 pitchers tonight employed by the Angels. And there's a strike. It's 1-1.
Well, it's been a challenge for Mike Scioscia here tonight. Didn't get a whole lot out of his starter, Nick Tropiano, and has had to go to that bullpen, seemingly one guy every inning, to try to piece this together all the way through.
2-1.
And this has been the most worked bullpen in the American League, showing no signs of letting up, and that will take a toll.
Down to left side with some slice. Young going back, reaching up, and makes the catch for the first out. Well, a challenge for Mike Scioscia here in the first couple nights with the early exit of his pitcher tonight. Our AARP take on Mike Scioscia. Some championship years with the Los Angeles Dodgers behind the plate, 1980 through 92. And a very long run here with the Angels. Wilson Ramos bounces this one on the ground over toward the dugout. The third base coach, Ebel, showing off good hands there, making the play. Foul ball, 0-2. Jose Alvarez worked 1 inning. Ray's got a run off him, set up by the triple by Christian Arroyo. Turned out to be an unearned run. Pitch is too low from Paredes. 7th appearance. Reenactment of that little foul ball off the fastball right there, right at the feet of the Rays catcher, Wilson Ramos. Wilson shaking off a couple shots behind the plate tonight to stay in there and have a 2-home run night.
Sandbagging. It's sandbagging, son of a gun.
It's 2-2 now.
Well, he got that strike zone back in order a little bit too. Last night was expanding it with the swings. Tonight a little bit more locked in, and the results are there.
And a little bit wide there. 3-2. Brad Miller on deck. Tapper foul. Rays after their 21st win of the year tonight. They built a 5-run lead. Ramos reaching for that one, is out. Strikes. It's 10 strikeouts for Angels pitching. 2 outs here in the 8th. Brad Miller, who has a 2-for-4 night. Well, one way or another, every spot in the Rays lineup has been on base in this game. Miller fouls it. Span has drawn a walk, throwing a walk. Wendell with a hit. A couple of hits on the home runs by Ramos. Miller, 2 hits. Robertson, a homer and a walk. A couple of base hits from Alex Smith. Christian Arroyo, a couple of walks to go with a single and a triple. And Johnny Field 0 for 4, but he reached on the fielder's choice in the air on the bunt he put down. So technically he's been on base. And Field also made a great catch early in this game with a ball hit by Chris Young in the second. 2-1. He made a catch with 2 outs and Ohtani at third base in the second inning that closed the inning, that catch. Count goes to 2-2 with that miss of the fastball. High foul. It reached the stands, I do believe, just about 3 rows back. Chris Young hustling over there. Ground ball, that's going to go into center field. Third hit of the night for Miller. Hermosillo with the pickup. The Rays have a hit off every pitcher the Angels have run out there tonight.
They have a hit in every inning they've played tonight.
They do.
I mean, it's just been a non-stop effort by these guys. 14 hits last night, 13 and counting tonight. Be interested to see when the batting averages come out tomorrow, where they're at. They were a point behind Atlanta, I guess.
Ground ball on a broken bat. Robertson to Simmons on that ground ball, and Simmons to second for the force. Man left in the 8th. It's 7-2 Rays. From Angel Stadium, the Big A in Anaheim. We're headed into the bottom of the 8th. Mike Trout's going to lead it off here for the Angels. 0 for 2 tonight. Chaz Rowe on the hill. Pitch inside, 1-0. Trout walked in the first, called out on strikes in the third, and a fly ball to right in the 5th inning. And 0 for his last 21. Strike call on the outside corner. 1-2. Blake Snell started, worked 6 2/3. Rowe in the game. And there's one deep to left. Span's going to go back, and that is out of here. 1-2 pitch, and Trout snaps the 0 for 21 with his 13th home run of the year. 7-3.
You knew that 0 for 21 wasn't going to last forever. And here it is, able to get a breaking ball that didn't quite get to its spot, wasn't sharp enough, and lifted it up and out of here.
Now here's Albert Pujols. He looks at a strike. Trout picking up home run number 13, snapping the hitless streak. Pujols fouls this one out of play. The other way, and it's 1-2. And is out on strikes. Rowe quickly disposes of Pujols.
That was the slider that he had in mind for Mike Trout.
Well, Ohtani is due up. Kevin Cash comes out of the dugout, and he's going to go to the bullpen. Hitters is going to enter this contest. We'll be back in a moment. Call to the bullpen brought to you by the Florida Lottery. A double, a walk, and a ground ball to first. 9th appearance for Venters.
Well, he's done a fantastic job in his 6 1/3 innings. Just a couple of strikeouts, but a lot of poor contact. Johnny featuring that fastball, 92, 93, 94. Good breaking ball on top of it.
Ohtani takes the pitch away. Fastball. 1-0, 2/3 of an inning for Rowe. Gave up a run, 1 hit, struck out 1, walked 1. There's a strike. 1-1. Two. Fastball down and into him. Johnny chased it. And a swing and a miss. Down to first with the throw to Miller. And Ohtani is out on strikes.
I'll tell you, I think you can attribute that to how well Johnny Venters hides the baseball. You know, that ball comes out of his glove. His hand, he's got short arm action, and the ball stays right behind the body. And you just don't pick it up. It's too late. That's how quickly he gets this thing going. You never see it until right there. And you see the late, really defensive swing there by Ohtani.
Jeffrey Marte. Pitch is wide. Shot into center field. Back goes Smith at the track of the wall. He got it. Malik Smith stayed with it all the way to the wall out there in center field to make the catch to retire the side. A run scored on the home run by Trout. We're through 8. Take a look at Malik's retreating to the fence for that one. 7-3 Rays. Hit the Angels 13-5. Our Coors Light refreshing finish. And boy, when you chronicle what the Rays offense has done in recent days, it's pretty amazing. The Rays with 13 hits tonight. They had 14 hits in the game here last night and 10 to finish off the Kansas City series. In fact, they had a couple of games, the last 2 games in Kansas City were 10-hit games. And now Malik Smith 2 for 4. Swings and misses. Look at that. 47 hits, 25 runs in the last 4 games.
Boy, that's almost 12 hits, 6 runs, a little over 6 runs a game. That'll win. That's what they've been doing ever since they got out of Baltimore.
To the count on Malik Smith. That's foul right back. Malik's made the catch on the ball hit by Marte and had that great expression on his face when he got back and successfully caught that ball.
Well, it was almost as if he hit the wall as the ball hit his glove.
Fouls it back.
Surprised it didn't jar loose.
Take a look at that just for fun.
Yeah, the timing's pretty close. He's not even looking for that wall. Ooh, hit. It stayed in.
There it is. Just wanted to make sure.
He doesn't disappoint, does he?
He doesn't. There's an entertainment value in what he does.
In the field, on the base paths.
Drove in a run in the 3-run third tonight. Fouls that one back from Paredes. 4 runs off Tropiano, 2 runs off Benrosian, and 1 unearned run off Alvarez. Chop to the right side. That's going to be a tough play. Safe at first, no play. Pujols went over there, tried to glove it, couldn't find the handle. And even if he did, Paredes was trying to get over in time to cover. And Smith is aboard.
Another sloppy play. And I don't know, I'm kind of in agreement with you. I don't know if they get him anyway, but at least make an attempt. And they can't even get it out of the glove. That has been an ongoing theme here tonight. And Malik's smelling an infield hit, busting it out of the box.
He'll get credit for his 3rd hit of the night on that. The Rays now match last night's total when they scored 7 runs on 14 hits. They have 7 on 14 tonight. There goes Smith, and he is safe. It wasn't even close. A stolen base from Alex Smith, his 10th of the year. And now he's in scoring position.
Rays trying to get out of grand slam range. You know, you get that 4-run lead, it's late, you want to get past that. And so Malik Smith wastes no time, and really a wasted throw there by Maldonado because he had no chance to get him.
Christian Arroyo, 1-0 the count. Ground ball right side. That'll be picked up by Cozart. But over to third goes Malik Smith. So it's been a good night at the plate for Arroyo. And even here, he advances the runner with that ground ball to the right side.
Yeah, and look at how these guys respond to him coming down into that dugout. High fives all around because you're right. Get him over, now get him in.
Arroyo with a walk, a single, a triple, and now ground ball to the right side to advance the runner to third. Gives Johnny Field a chance with the infield in. It's going to be a strike on the outside edge. Too low, 1-1. He's trying to pick up their 8th run of the night. That's down. 2-1. Paredes out of Venezuela. Been in the Angels system since 2012. And here's the bunt put down, and it's a foul ball. The Rays trying to bunt the runner home again. This time it was foul. They got a break in the 7th inning when Field put down the bunt right in front of the plate, and Maldonado just couldn't pick it up.
This ball heading below the zone, and Johnny Field trying to follow it all the way down and poke that thing out into play. Just couldn't get enough of the bat on the ball.
And a base hit over the drawn-in infield, over Simmons' head. The run's going to score, and the Rays pick up the additional tally. Their 8th run of the night. It's 8-3. 2 more hits in this inning. They have 15 in the game.
They have scored in 5 of the 9 innings, and they have a hit in all 9 innings.
Yes, they do.
Unbelievable.
filled up the score sheet tonight. And it's 8-3. Denard Span, a chop to second. Cozart to Simmons, one over to first. 4-6-3 on the double play. But the Rays add a run and take an 8-3 lead into the bottom of the ninth. Well, another big night for the Rays offense. Late night with the Rays. We go to the bottom of the ninth with the Rays holding this 8-3 lead. Johnny Venters on the mound. He got 2 outs to close out the 8th. And here's Maldonado to begin the bottom of the ninth. The pitch is down. Ball, no strikes. Maldonado 0 for 3 tonight. And there's ball 2, 2-0. Venters finds the zone. Snell 6 2/3, Rowe 2/3. And 2/3 for Venters as he begins the ninth. Ground ball off his glove, floated, picked up by Wendell, and he has no play as he tried to pick it up and could not. Robertson with the pickup, and Maldonado is aboard with a scratch hit.
You know, I think I think second base got in the way of Joey Wendell being able to get his glove down there and field that ground ball. It looked like it was deflected by Venters and rolling out right there towards second base. Now you got to get the glove over the bag. Not able to get it over and down in time.
Yeah, talk about a scratch hit. That's it. Here's Chris Young. Pitch is a strike. I'll go for 2. He walked to begin the 5th inning. Scored a run. Strike 2, 0-2 now. Bottom of the ninth. Close one there. Goes the other way, and it's 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And strike 3 call. That one at the knees. And Young walks away. Strikeout victim. Second strikeout for Venters. 11 for the Rays staff tonight.
Good pitch. Very good pitch. And, you know, this is coming on the heels of a couple of breaking balls that didn't miss by much. So Chris Young in that mode of see the ball down, let it go. Well, that one cost him.
Macio looks at a strike. He doubled his first time. Since then, a couple strikeouts. Venters quickly ahead of him, 0-2. Down 1-2. Blake Snell started at 6 2/3 in pursuit of his 5th win of the year. And a half-hearted swing, and Macio is out number 2 here in the 9th.
The realization of too late of what that pitch was, and then it was going to end up in the strike zone. Initially going to let it go, and then that's a breaking ball, and the swing was without conviction and awfully late.
Now Zach Cozart. Pitch is wide. Cozart has doubled and walked, officially 1 for 3. Now 2-0. Three is wide. Andrelton Simmons on deck. And that's a strike taken, 3-1. Well, the Rays an out away from finishing this one off. And ball 4. 2 men on with 2 men out here in the 9th. Andrelton Simmons will be the hitter. Kyle Snyder makes the walk to the mound. Rays trying to win their 5th in a row. For the 2nd time this year, they've won as many as 3 in a row, 4 in a row coming into this game. And tomorrow, Sergio Romo is going to get the start. We'll be with you at 8:30 tomorrow. So a little earlier start time from the West Coast.
This is one time. This is one time you can guarantee with Sergio Romo getting his first start, guarantee he will not be the winning pitcher. 100% no chance.
And Alex Colomé is throwing now in the bullpen with a couple of men on. Simmons at the plate. Pitch is outside, 1-0. Ritters throwing that baseball out of play. There's no strikes left in that one, and he wants a new one. Put away again. 2-0. On deck is Mike Trout. A single, 2 strikeouts, and a walk in the 9th. He's added a run at the top of this inning.
We've not seen Johnny Venters, pushed out this far as the pitch count and the workload goes. He's been in there usually pretty efficient with what he's done. We're getting stretched out here a little bit.
27 pitches right now.
Probably not going to be too many more.
That's strike 2 to square the count. 2-2.
Start to think about that backdoor breaking ball right off of that pitch, just like he got Hermosillo on.
The 2-2 and a foul ball. Simmons just got a little piece of that one. Donato second, Cozart at first, 2 outs. Two again. Into center field. Alex Smith is there, and this one is over. Rays win this one. It's an 8-3 final. 8-15-0 for the Rays. 11 left. 3-6-1 for the Angels with 8 men left. Snell.